Welcome to Rock DIY, or Do It You. If you do it, then it's all you. This video is on the Kubota BX23S subcompact tractor. Just some things to look out for. They could apply to any tractor, but I just wanted to point these out specifically for the BX23S. When I got the BX23S, I did the walk around and the Kubota rep talked through everything on the tractor. I did my best to look at everything to see if anything was broke or missing, but you don't know what you don't know. The one thing that stuck in my mind was the service at 50 hours, but what I would tell you is to do a walk around of your tractor every time you get ready to operate it. There have been several times that I have found nuts and bolts on the ground, or while operating the tractor, I see nuts or bolts laying on the ground, and I know they belong to the tractor because the majority of them are orange. I also frequently find nuts and bolts that are loose that haven't fallen off yet. When I got the tractor, I had to wait for a quality assurance, quality control check before taking delivery. There was grease on all the grease fittings, and there are many of them on this tractor. Don't assume that because there is grease on a fitting that the part is actually greased. The tractor was painted with some pins and grease fittings in place. I found out that one grease fitting had no grease the hard way. The fitting had grease on it, but not in it or going to the pin that held the upper and lower arm of the backhoe. The bolt that held the pin in was completely sheared off due to not having any grease. This was actually at the 20-hour mark. At the 50-hour mark, I discovered that there were two other grease fittings that were painted over and would not accept any grease. It was an easy fix. I just carefully scraped the paint off and greased the fitting. This is the bolt that was sheared off, and this is the bolt that was used to replace it. This is the grease fitting on the opposite side for the pin that had the bolt that broke off on it. I had a nut and bolt come off that went through a metal tab on a pin that holds the backhoe bucket and the thumb in place. Since I didn't see the nut and bolt come off, you can see the damage the bucket caused to the metal tab on the pin. I was able to bend the metal tab back into place and put a new nut and bolt on it, but obviously this tab pin will never be the same. This is the metal tab on the opposite side, and this is what it should look like. This is another grease fitting that was completely painted over and could not receive any grease. This is an easy fix, but when the tractor was received, there were huge gobs of red grease on all the grease fittings, so you couldn't really see the actual grease fitting, but you could tell that there was grease, or at least grease was attempted to be put into the grease fittings. Another issue that I had when I first attempted to reverse the seat to operate the backhoe was that there was a cotter pin missing from the bar that locks the seat in the reverse position. What the cotter pin should look like on the locking bar. A quick fix with hardwire. I am in no way, shape, form, or fashion saying that the Kubota BX23S is a bad subcompact tractor. It's served my needs well. Just wanted to point these things out so that you could possibly avoid these issues if you use one or buy one. Thanks for watching the video. I truly appreciate it. Please like, comment, or subscribe. Thanks again.